Hello everyone, welcome to one more session of science. In chapter 11 pressure, we are going to discuss today applications of pressure. How by reducing or increasing the area we can have change in the pressure and how it can be useful in our life. First of all, pressure can be increased by reducing the area over which the force acts. Such a thing is done in case of needles, pins, syringes, etc. They have very sharp point, very small area, so that they can easily pierce through clothes and skin. Needle, if it is blunt, you won't be able to stitch the cloth. Right? If the syringe does not have a pointed tip, you won't be able to give injection to anyone. So it uses lesser effort when the area is less, because in this case pressure increases. Area decreases, pressure increases. Similar is the case with knives with sharper edges. Knives with sharper edges cut vegetables and fruits easily. Blunt knife, you have to apply more pressure. That means lesser area will give you more pressure. Here, you can see the man trying to insert this object in the wall. He is not able to, but the nail which is having a pointed edge can be easily inserted in the wall. That is, area decreases, pressure increases. With less effort, more pressure can be generated. Now the other case. Pressure can be reduced by increasing the area over which a force acts. Now we know that pressure is force upon area. So if you increase area, the pressure will decrease, as pressure is inversely proportional to the area. Right? Heavy vehicles like trucks, monster trucks, etc., they have broad tires to reduce pressure. They are very heavy objects. They create lot of pressure on the road. But with broad tires or more number of tires, they reduce the pressure on the road. Army trucks have caterpillar tires. Here you can see caterpillar tires. They move on these chains so that the pressure on the surface is reduced. Buses also have broad tires instead of your cycles. Cycles don't need very broad tires, right? Then walls of dams are made broader at the base. Now children, in case of liquids, as we go deeper, the pressure increases tremendously. That means at the bottom of the dam, the pressure of water is very high. So the walls are made broader at the base. You can see this is broad base of the dam. And here's the pressure of water is tremendous. So it can bear the pressure. It can withstand the tremendous pressure. Then animals like camels, polar bears, they have wide feet. Their body is very heavy, but their wide feet helps them to decrease the pressure. Skis have broad base so that they don't sink in the snow. Football shoes, they increase the pressure with the studs. Now applications of atmospheric pressure. Now when children, we are trying to suck any juice or liquid with the help of straw, what do? You first suck the straw, right? Is the straw empty? No, it's filled with air. So when you suck in the air, right? So there is a low pressure generated in the straw, and as the low pressure is generated in the straw, the liquid rises up and you can drink it, right? Similarly, here in this dropper also the same thing happens. What we do here, we suck the air with the help of the upper part of the dropper, and then the liquid rises up. This is because of the atmospheric pressure around it is more, and the low pressure is there inside this capillary. So it rises up. And lastly, in the vacuum cleaner also there is a fan which makes the pressure lower than the atmospheric pressure outside, so that the dust will be sucked inside and the vacuum cleaner will do its work efficiently. Okay children, So that's all with the applications of pressure. Have a nice time.